guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we will talk about the latest news from the life of Ukraine and personally ours. We will talk about the firing of ZALUZHNYI from the post of Commander-in-Chief, the latest shocking clause, and at the same time I continue to show you the premises which I looking for my new project in Ukraine for women and children. If you haven't seen this video about my new project, I will leave the link below this video in the description, so enjoy the video! We have arrived at the first premises we will see today. It's located in a dormitory busy neighborhood. It cost about 25,000 hryvnia, it's about $600 a month. Actually now $1 American is about 40 hryvnia. Premises. Also, I remind you, we are looking for my new project for women and children in Ukraine. About the project I told in a separate video, the link I leave in the description to this video. I remind you that in Ukraine, when renting an apartment and any commercial premises, you need to pay the amount for the first month of rent and for the last, as well as if you rent through a realtor, you pay him another 50% of the sum for 1 month. This premise have low ceiling and the entrance through the largest room, which will be used as the main room, so it's not suitable, and we go immediately to look at the next premise. This room costs 30,000 hryvnia per month, that is about $800. There is still a store has not left, which now rents this space on this look so. This room is better but more expensive, and also there is not much space in general, it's about 60 square meters. Actually, this is the second series of videos about finding premises. If you have not watched the first one, I'll leave the link below the video. There is more detailed information about the process of renting in Ukraine in general. By the way, you can see our strange winter. Last week I cleaned the car in -5 of snow, and today we have +10 and everything is foggy. Here we can usually see the bridge, the Dnipro River and the right bank of Kiev. Now let's talk about our news. Ukraine has fired ZALUZHNYI and replaced him with If you're not in the know, ZALUZHNYI is the commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian army, now the former commander-in-chief. Ukrainians are furious and mostly don't support the new character who has come to replace him. Actually, it's a very controversial issue, and I believe that ordinary people are pawns in a big game, because if you have a brain, you realize that any war is always beneficial to someone and only ordinary people suffer and die for it. But Syrsky, the new head of the Ukrainian army, is a very controversial character. On the one hand, he has a lot of successful military operations, including the defense of the Kiev region at the beginning of a full-scale war, but at the same time he has most of his family in Russia. He himself lived in Russia for many years and worked for the Russian government, as well as his relatives work in the Russian FSB. So I think you understand why the Ukrainian people are against him, but as usual the opinion of the people is not very interesting to anyone in Ukraine. I mean the Ukrainian government. The next day it was a day off, and at 8 AM I was already at the training session to work out. Then I went to the salon to do hair treatments, and then we went to see the third premise. We had to postpone the trip for 3 hours because of the air raid as usual, but we are really used to postponing plans because of shelling, working in a shelter and so on. So we came to see the next place. It's in a courtyard like this. It's about 120 squares. meters, and it's cost about $600, but it's in a residential building on the first floor and the entrance is through the front door. It's kind of okay, but it's not the same. By the way, utilities are always paid separately, that is, they're not included in the rent. These are water, electricity, gas if there is, internet, television, maintenance of the territory, heat energy. But of course, heat energy only 5 months when it's cold in Ukraine. While we are watching, I'll tell you about more of our news. We are forced to sell our yellow car, which our regular viewers really liked, even though you haven't seen it indirectly. So there will be a review of it on the channel soon. Also in Ukraine a very controversial law is still being considered. I will tell you when it's already adopted, but in 2 words that you would understand what is happening in our country now. The mobilization in Ukraine is not. In fact, officials and deputies steal a lot while they are protected from mobilization. That is, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. In most cases, only the poor fight, corruption thrives, and the war is not lost only because of the support of Western partners. A lot of people are missing. Deputies pass laws in which they want to take away property from people who don't want to fight, block accounts and so on, while they themselves are protected from the war and took their children abroad, which ordinary people cannot do. Because it takes money and the borders are closed for the Ukrainian men now. If you are interested in this topic in detail from me, exactly the opinion of the ordinary Ukrainians, let me know in the comments. I will think how to tell about it so that there would be no real consequences for me. This was a short video about my mental state the last few days when you want to give up but you're a super girl and you just can't. And this is another room we looked at, but it's very small even so it cost only $450. We're not considering it. And now we're driving around evening Kiev and I want to show you one of our evenings for the first time in 2 years. I made a surprise to my mom and grandma and we went to the symphony orchestra based on the movie Harry Potter. I haven't actually been anywhere like that in 2 years and the feeling there is very different, as even when you are enjoying life you feel some guilt in the moment, but life goes on no matter what. And this month it will be 2 years since the beginning of the full-scale war and our life will never be the same. So we learn to live and enjoy the moments in the conditions we have. And this moment in the movie is special to me, as Gary and Hermione dance in the middle of the storm. That's what I feel sometimes, happiness in the moment, in the middle of a terrible war. Also, I very rarely get home after 10 p.m. I have a fear of the dark. In Kiev, the curfew is from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. now, but this evening was special in the moment you feel normal life. And I will never stop saying that people who have not experienced war will never understand how it's to feel happiness differently, happiness in the middle of yourself when there is nightmare around and death every day. Actually, to be honest, right now I'm editing this video and I'm sitting in the hallway. Missiles are flying over us and there are already hits in the apartment building. It's just such a reality, and another day when a missile didn't hit your house or your family's house. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for your support. I'll be honest, my moral has not been the same for a long time and I want to shoot less and less, but at the same time I don't want to lose touch with you. So I hope, see ya!